So I'm prepping for Friendsgiving for tomorrow. So Thanksgiving with my new neighbor friends, which is gonna be super exciting. We're doing a potluck, but I'm making some of my macro-friendly go-to staple side dishes. So I thought I'd share with you how quick and easy they are and how they taste really good, and you won't lose out on flavor with all those extra calories. But for starters, this one is not macro-friendly. But if you are in a pinch and you need a good dessert and you want something that is quick and easy and the kids will love, boxed brownies are so underestimated. They are so good. So I start with a box of regular old brownie mix. I added some extra Hershey syrup. I mixed it just like it says on the box, the egg, the oil, the water, all together. Half of it went in a sprayed 8x8 pan. I layered mint Oreos all around the other half of the batter, and I put some red and green M&Ms because I think that'll be fun for the kids. So that'll go in the oven. I think it's like 350 for like 33 minutes. I'll check the box. I'll show you the finished product. But on today's menu, I will be making my bacon onion braised green beans, and I'm gonna blanch them in the Instant Pot to save time. Oh, and I bought pre-trimmed, pre-washed ones because nobody's got time to be messing around with those fresh green beans. I'm doing my version of cranberry sauce with some fresh orange zest, some stevia Splenda blend. It's so delicious, a little vanilla, a little cinnamon, and I'm gonna do, traditional stuffing. However, I take a little bit extra steps to make it a little bit more macro friendly. It's still gonna be higher carb and delicious and all that good stuff, but let me show you what I got going on for some healthy, macro friendly, tasty side dishes today. Okay, so making this green bean recipe for tomorrow, and I am going to blanch my green beans just to make the cooking process tomorrow easier. I've done this as long as I can remember when I've made this recipe, because then when company's coming over and I want my green beans to be fresh, the bulk of it's already done. All I have to do is saute the onion with the bacon tomorrow and drop in my blanched green beans. And so I'm gonna use my Instant Pot to make it quick and easy, little cleanup, and an easy blanch where I don't have to wait for the water to boil, all that good stuff. So I have the trivet in there. If you have the steamer basket, even better, but I am going to put my green beans in. Yes, I bought the pre-trimmed, pre-washed green beans because I don't want to sit there and trim my green beans. Was it a little more expensive? Yeah. Is it worth it? 100%. So I have 2 bags of these because I do have a lot of people coming over, but my pot could only really hold 1. So I'm just going to do 1 cup of water with 2 pounds of green beans, and I am going to do it for 2 minutes. That's it, and then it'll be perfectly blanched. I'll have my ice water bath ready to go to stop the cooking process. I will keep them stored. I'll pat them dry, store them in a Ziploc baggie, and they'll be ready to go for tomorrow. So literally, as simple as that. That's it. So I'm gonna get my cup of water, turn it on, 2 minutes, quick release when it's done. Okay, starting on my cranberry sauce. So I'm using a Truvia cane sugar blend. If you wanted to save even more calories and lower the carbohydrate of the cranberry sauce recipe, you could do like an all Splenda. I don't tend to do like the monk fruit and stuff like that because technically erythritol does have calories, even if it says 0 calories. And so I'd rather use the real sugar and make it taste good. And because it has part Truvia, it actually will end up being less calories. My recipe I'm doubling. It's usually 1 cup sugar to 1 cup water. I'm only gonna do 1.5 cups of the sugar and see if I like it, and then I can always add more, but you can't take it away. So I'm going to dissolve my sugar with 2 cups of water. So let me get my water. Okay, so once that dissolves, I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'm gonna add some fresh orange zest. So I'm gonna get zesting. While that heats up and dissolves, I'm gonna do some fresh squeezed orange juice, the cranberries, a little bit of cinnamon, and that'll be good. And here's what I absolutely love about cranberry sauce. I would have it any time of the year if they would have fresh cranberries out. I guess I could use frozen, but it is so good on like a skinny bagel with some like cream cheese and some cranberry sauce. You could do your leftover turkey and do some like turkey paninis or melts. You could take your chicken breast and put a little bit of that on there. Ooh, like pork tenderloin, rub it on there, bake it, so good. It's basically just like a jam, and you can manipulate it to work your macros a little bit better, but it's probably one of my absolute favorite sauces to make things just taste different and more yummy. So let me get going on doing that zest. I'm going for about a teaspoon. Okay, we're almost dissolved, but you can still kind of see it pulling on the bottom of the pan. And I have it on medium-high heat. So I'm going to let that go for just a couple more seconds. And then I'm going to add 2 bags of fresh cranberries. So I already have 1 out of the bag, so I was just measuring. Because I wanted 3.5 cups, but I'm doubling my serving. Oh, and there's the Truvia blend. Okay, so 2 bags, fresh cranberries going in. Once this is ready to go, then I'm going to add that zest, which will be about a teaspoon of fresh zest and some few tablespoons of fresh orange juice. Okay, I just added the cranberries in. They're simmering away, and I'm saving a little bit to add in. I kind of like the different textures, so I'm going to let this go for a good 10 to 15 minutes and start mushing it up, and then I'll add in some whole ones to that. So I'll show you what that looks like. But yeah, just kind of let it go and get your spoon in there and mash it up when you see it starting to like pop and burst, so you'll see the cranberries kind of open up, and then we'll add that zest and orange juice. Okay, cranberry sauce done. Just letting it rest, and then I'll put that in the fridge for tomorrow. Brownies are done. Man, do they look good. So you got those M&Ms and those Oreos, so I'll let those cool completely, and then I'll cut them up in little triangles, and they'll be ready to go. So we're making some good headway. Both batches of the green beans are done. So I did 4 pounds in the Instant Pot. Honestly, that was the quickest way I've ever blanched green beans. I dried them on a towel. I stored them in a Ziploc baggie. They're ready to go for tomorrow with my already pre-sliced onions, and bacon's ready to go. So that'll be super easy to execute. And then I still have to work on the stuffing. So all I'm going to do today is chop up the onion and the celery, get that sauteed with some butter and some fresh herbs. And I'm going to go ahead and prepare it. So I bought the pre-cut cubes of stuffing. So I'm going to get that done in 9x13 pans. I'm going to use aluminum foil to have it easy clean up. And then I'm going to let it sit with that chicken stock overnight to really soak up that moisture, and I'll bake it off tomorrow. So cranberry sauce done. Green beans are blanched, ready to go. Onions are chopped for tomorrow. Brownies are done, and I'm looking pretty good because I'm planning to go out for happy hour at 4 p.m. tonight. So I didn't want to be thinking about all the jobs to get done tomorrow. I want to enjoy it because it's 1 year. 1 year officially that we were here in Texas, and in the very final hour, we found a house. We signed it sight unseen. Our realtor called us. We were literally on our way to go back, fly home to Chicago, and she's like, a house popped up in the neighborhood you've been tracking. So we were like, okay, we don't even need to see it. We just need to get here. So it's officially 1 year from a decision that really did change our lives. So we're going to go celebrate at the same brewery we went to last year. So trying to get my jobs done. So it's the afternoon of the party. I was busy this morning, so I didn't have a lot of time to show you what I was doing, because the boys were home with me because we had a couple strategy calls with some new clients this AM. So I got that traditional stuffing made. It's just a recipe I found on Pinterest, closest to what I could find in my mom's, because silly me, I did not ask her where she saves her recipe for that particular stuffing that is my absolute favorite. So I think this one is going to taste pretty close. I used some fresh herbs, so I had fresh parsley, fresh rosemary, fresh thyme, fresh sage. I think honestly that's what makes it, but it's just your traditional stuffing. Got those green beans done. Remember, I blanched them yesterday in the Instant Pot. They came together in like 2 seconds. And so I just sauteed up some onion with some olive oil and bacon, and then just toss that through. They're ready to go. All I got to do is heat it through with the cranberry sauce. Everybody else is bringing the rest of it, and I got all my decorations ready. So now it's time to get myself ready. But that's my day of decorating and planning for Friendsgiving, and it just brings me so much joy. I love it all. And I'm having favors. Cute little wine stoppers that say, uncork some cheer this holiday season. Now, the only thing is, the wind is raging out there. So I wanted to show you what I would have done for my tablescapes outside. Not gonna happen. So we're improvising. We're at a 14-mile-per-hour wind. That's just the Texas Hill Country for you. So I'm gonna get it all set up inside, get myself ready, and have a fun Friendsgiving, our first one here in Texas. So hopefully you guys are doing something fun for the holiday too. Happy Thanksgiving!